What's going on, guys? Luis here with Car HQ. In this video, I'm going to be doing a little project. I don't know what the result's going to be and everything like that. So I'm going to be testing out a product. I've heard good things. I've heard things that it works and everything like that. But I'm going to be installing this product a little bit different than normally, how you would normally see it, I should say. What I have here is this Reflect the Gold wrap. And I'm going to be doing my intake. But I'm not going to be doing it on the actual intake piping itself. I'm going to be doing it on the heat shield. Alright, so as you can see, this is the intake as it sits right now, factory or with the factory motor and everything. There's nothing much performance-wise done to this. The reason why I'm not going to be doing it I'm not going to be wrapping the actual tube itself is because it's made out of this high-density polyethylene, which is, I'm not going to say it's like very good as far as like getting rid of the heat or anything like that, but plastic is a lot more efficient than, you know, some of these aluminum intakes and stuff like that. So I'm not really too worried about the air, getting too hot because of this polyethylene. However, over here on the intake, you can see it's kind of exposed, not too much. When the hood's closed, hot air will still be able to come in through this way, and a little bit from over here. But if I can, heat wrap or gold wrap this side and back here as well, then I think it's going to be somewhat effective. But to be sure, I'm going to be taking some heat temperatures with the engine cold and with the engine hot with the hood down, so that we can get realistic temperature readings on with it and without it. So with that being said, let's get this started. All right, so for this test, I'm going to be using the Fluke 62 Max Plus, which is a very accurate reader. So with the engine cold and the hood up and everything, well, it won't matter if the hood's up or down on this situation because it is a cold engine. So with that being said, let's get a reading. And it reads, I don't know if you can actually see that, at 109.4 on the actual filter itself. So let's start the car and then get a reading with it warm. Alright, as you can see, the car is warming up right now. Once it reaches normal operating temperature, I'm going to raise the hood again and take a temperature reading and see how it is at the filter with the car on and running, see what temperature it is. Alright, the engine is now at normal operating temperature, so let's get this open so we can see the temperature. And at the filter, the temperature, I don't know if you can see it very good, but it is 115.8 degrees at the filter. So you can tell that it actually did get hotter at the filter. So basically what that means is that while the engine's on, it's actually allowing a lot of heat to come into the filter and essentially heat soak the filter and allow hot air to go into the motor. So I'm gonna try to heat wrap the actual heat shield, and maybe that'll just get rid of some of the hot air. Hopefully we can see a dramatic decrease in heat. If not, it's just gonna look good in my opinion, since I'm going with the black and gold theme to my car. So we'll just see. Hopefully it works. One way to find out, right? So let's get this heat shield off and start wrapping it. Alright, so here it is. I got it off the car already. It sits like this. The intake comes in this way and it sits right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the inside of this over here and this over here, and I'm going to take this bracket off and this bracket off, just so I can make it a little bit easier to apply the gold wrap, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick, and then we'll start the wrapping process. Alright, as you can see, I already removed the brackets on both sides. I got the hardware and everything right here. But I'm also going to remove this top piece over here just so I can apply the wrap evenly. And then I'll just put the wrap, this over the wrap and see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, it's all put on. It looks pretty straight and even. So all the way around. Looks pretty good if you ask me. What I'm going to do now is just get like a razor blade and cut out all the pieces where the bolts are going to bolt in, and of course where the intake is going to sit, and of course the outline of it. So let's get to that really fast. so we can get back to installing this into the car. All right, so now that the holes are done, I'm gonna put this black thing back on and we should be done. Should be ready for the install again. Okay, now that that's back on, let's mount the hardware again. The box is ready for install. All right, the intake is already installed already. As you can see, there's the gold foil. It comes all the way to the back right here. So, like I said before, hopefully this works. Hopefully it actually minimizes heat soak to the filter. If not, it just looks good, but I want it to be more than just to look good. So hopefully this works and it wasn't a complete waste of time. But to be honest, it's not a complete waste of time because, like I said, it still looks good in my opinion. So let's put the hood down and check the temperature. All right, moment of truth. I literally just put the hood up. The motor is now at normal operating temperature, and here it is. Let's see what it does. Before it was 115.8, and now is 114.2. Wow, so it is actually 1 full degree cooler, which kind of surprises me, to be honest. So there you guys have it. The reflective gold, although it wasn't a super conclusive result, one thing we could conclude is that before the heat, gold wrap or whatever, it was 115.8, and then after the gold wrap was like 114.2. So that was almost like 1.5 degrees cooler with the gold reflective wrap around the heat shield. Now that's not it probably would be a lot better if the heat box or the heat shield was a little bit more enclosed, because there's a lot of ways that heat can actually go in, and that's probably why it's still kind of warm inside the intake filter. So it is still getting heat soaked a little bit, but like I said, it is still 1 full degree and a half cooler than before. So I mean, in my opinion, it works. It's not a super conclusive result, but it's better than nothing. So let me know what you guys think about the results, or even just the way it looks in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.